has a message. He's going to explain it to you guys. No problem.
Hi guys, my name is Brian German. I'm actually considering running for Colorado District 3 against Scott Tipton. It's time for the Republicans. Okay, it's time for the Republicans to hear us, and that's what I want you to hear. And I've got a special speech. A young man who wanted to come, but he was unable to come because of school. He was 19 years old, and he's from Parkland, and he lost 3 friends in the massacre. And yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, that's so much better. Anyway, so he prepared a speech. It's like 7 minutes. We're going to try to see how we can get through it, but it's very emotional. So I wanted you guys to hear this.
Hello, resistors and marchers. My name is Yselonia. Here on YouTube, I'm known as Jack Miro Mapping. I'm 19 years old, and I'm from the great state of Florida. When we hear the term "we the people," it reminds us as Americans that it is us the people that the government is supposed to work for. That, as even Republicans have stated, that this is to be a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. But yet the reasons we march show that we need to change something that isn't the way it is. This current administration and government isn't really being of the people, for the people, by the people. It's being for themselves. But today I come to explain to you why I march in spirit. We have a long road yet ahead of us. So far, we are still very pleased with the victory in 2018. When we helped elect the Democrats into a majority in the House of Representatives. But my reason I march is simple. And that is a horrid epidemic of gun violence in this country. Over a year ago, on Valentine's Day of 2018, 17 people were killed at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. I knew 3 of them. One of which was a classmate of mine in middle school. 2 others were part of an organization which back then was known as the Friendship Initiative, but is now known as the Friendship Journey. I shall never, ever stop missing them. At first then, my mind still on the version of a young kid who had not yet fully grasped all of life's disappointments, believed that the community would quickly come together and end this epidemic. I was wrong. For you see, the corruption then began to show its face to me in full swing. The NRA showed its face when it and several other far-right conservatives on their conspiracist shows blasted the survivors of a tragedy as crisis actors, fakers, and other nasty names.
Boo!
Who would ever dare stoop down to such a low level? I asked. It is unfair. These people had just survived a horrific shooting, and some had had the horrendous experience of witnessing their friends, teachers, die in front of their eyes. But hope was not lost. We knew that if we were going to have our voices be heard, we would do what anyone would do. We would march. And march we did. I would like to take the moment to commend those amazing students from Stoneman Douglas who organized the March for Our Lives, which I will always be honored to have attended. I attended the Parkland portion of the March for Our Lives. It was there where I pre-registered the vote. It was there where I joined thousands of other people, united in a determination that is seen at many of these mass demonstrations. Their voices in almost complete unison, calling for rightful change. It was exhilarating when we all flooded into the streets, marching side by side. That is why we march. We march to make change. We march to show a message to the world, to the country, to those who want to be leaders in the future, that if you want to lead, you must first assemble a group. I am privileged with the opportunity to tell you that Mr. Brian Germain has done just that. We need more resistors to meet up and unite. The resistance is a coalition of people with different interests, but can unite knowing that we cannot accept the corruption going on in the Trump administration. We cannot accept the corruption going on from the gun lobby. We cannot accept the corruption going on from Big Pharma. We cannot accept the corruption going on in parts of the Senate and the House, in the Supreme Court, with Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. We must do better, America, but I'm confident that we shall. Why am I confident? Because marches bring together different loads of people. Farmers, citygoers, suburban folk. It brings all walks of American life together. And the president believes that his hateful rhetoric can cause enough rifts in us to form cracks that he and his campaign can seep through. Well, these kinds of marches like the one that you all assembled here today give the opposite message. That no, Mr. President, we are banded together. If you want to show the president that he cannot form cracks and wedges and gaps within us, then when you do march holding hands to signify that the chain shall not be broken. And not only march here today, come November 3rd, 2020, march over to your polling station and cast a ballot, not just for a candidate, not just for a party, but for change. That, in the end, is what we, the people, have as our sacred civil duty. To fix what has been wronged. To vote. That is what signifies the words "we the people" to me. That is what signifies this great country of ours. A country that still has potential to aim high. A country that still has the potential to do good for everyone, including immigrants who wish to come and seek a better life. And I do believe that this country has potential to once and for all curb the epidemic of gun violence that took 3 amazing friends of mine. We have a long road ahead of us, folks. But as a united resistance, nothing can stop us. We'll be marching and resist on.
Thank you, Brian.